Hello, hello. Here we are, friends, as the sun is setting on this December 31st, 2025. The sun is setting not only on the day, but on the year that has been. And what a year it has been indeed. I think all of us have had a rather strange and wild ride this year, personally, professionally, politically, financially, spiritually. It's been a time of great upheaval and change and transformation. And in that spirit, I want to set the tone for 2026 as we, as a collective, push into this next year as upheaval continues, as we collectively go through this dark night that we are, and head into what will be our brighter morning. And we're going to celebrate that tonight, New Year's Eve. So I hope whatever you're doing now, maybe you're already out at a function, maybe you're getting ready and preparing to go out for a night of fun and safe merrymaking, or maybe you're staying in and bundling up with friends and family and having a nice, quiet evening that just winds out the year in relaxation and reflection. Whatever you choose, whatever is good for you, do that and try your best to be safe, to love, to share the presence of people in your life that you care about, and continue over the feeling from Christmas that we are here ultimately to be in relationship with one another, to be in relationship with ourselves, our lives, with the planet, and to find ways to forge ahead, even when there's trials and tribulations, even when life gets hard, as it has been for so many this year. And so this video is about closing out in reflection and setting up what will be a January of new transformations, where I'm going to be doing a bunch of different videos on different topics relating to how we can better ourselves in this time and move forward in our own mental and emotional and spiritual health, our own physical health, but also the health of our relationships, our community, how we can begin to take action into creating a better life for ourselves by creating ourselves in a better way. Beginning tomorrow, we're going to be kicking things off with my number one suggestion for moving forward in your life, moving forward in your own personal health and your own mental and emotional well-being. And that is the tradition of Dry January. Yes, I said it. Leaving all alcohol behind for the entire month of January. If you're anything like I used to be, you have overindulged in, well, pretty much everything, but certainly alcohol between Halloween, Thanksgiving, all through the holidays, company parties, personal parties, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas parties, Hanukkah, all of these different aspects, cruising into, of course, New Year's Eve, one of the biggest party nights of the year. And I'm not saying anything against any of that. I used to do it up way too much. Everything was in excess. There was times when I was young, unfortunately, that I barely even remember Thanksgiving through New Year's. And then New Year's Day was hell on earth instead of day one of a brand new year. And one of the things that changed that for me when I was younger was actually doing a Dry January. Because back then, I would have been the guy that thought that that was ridiculous, right? I worked in the industry. I ran bars, co-owned bars in Los Angeles, and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing when I was in my 20s, until I got to a point where I wanted to challenge myself because I wasn't even sure that I could do it. And so I did. And I'll be going into the video tomorrow about what that looked like and how profoundly it changed my perception of myself, about life, about my body, my mind, my spirit, and ultimately my relationships as well. I was dumbfounded and shocked at how profound that month was in my life, and how it, frankly, led to very deep and serious changes in my life. And so I want to talk about that, especially if you struggle with your alcohol intake, or even if you don't, and you've just been in excess for the holidays, or even if you don't have a problem at all and just want to step into a challenge to start the year off right in a clear-minded, sober direction, refocusing yourself back on your health, back on your goals, back on your dreams, back on your relationships, and creating the most fulfilling start to this new year. So we're going to start Dry January and alcohol And then we're going to go into other things like diet, exercise, your mental state, how to go into states of reflection and personal connection, states of meditation, and how to live a calmer, more free, yet still more productive life. I'm also doing a series on conscious production in life and setting conscious goals for yourself and how to approach this in a way that's not stressful and agitating to your mind, body, spirit system. And so I'm going to be continuing that series as well. But for now, take the time to reflect. Take the time to get out or stay in. Enjoy your loved ones. Think about the year it has been. Think about what went right, what went wrong, what you did that was great, what you did that maybe could be improved upon. Reflect with good cheer, not in desperation, not looking down on yourself or others or your life, but looking at it through the lens of, how can I make changes in my life and to myself that are best suited for the life that I want to live by becoming the person that I know I was meant to be. Now, that is also not saying that you're not enough as you are, because that's not true. This is for people who just say, hey, yeah, I am enough in that larger kind of metaphysical type of way, but I also know that I'm not living up to my full potential, and I want to. I want to realize what it could be. I'm reminded of the musician John Mayer's sobriety story when he says he went to, I think it was like Drake's 30th birthday party, and was so hammered he made a fool of himself, and it was hung over for like 5 days after that, which, been there. And how he just asked himself a simple question like, what percentage of your potential would you like to live up to in this life? Whether it's the one life we have or just this one life in this body, in this time period. And of course he said 100%. And so he committed to quitting drinking because he knew he couldn't be at his full potential while still indulging in his alcohol habit the way that he was. And it changed his life. And I know literally thousands of people that have those stories, myself included. And mine really began with a dry January. So, I'm also going to be doing a New Year's meditation with hypnosis involved, just like I did this time last year for 2025. I'm doing a new one for 2026 that you can utilize all throughout, well, the year really, but certainly it's meant for the month of January to get people started in this year in the way they want to by going inward first, calming the mind, fulfilling the heart, getting the sights set from a place of deep fulfillment, cultivating peace and serenity, and then getting in touch with that deepest part of yourself, your soul, your heart, and starting to cast visions for your dreams, your goals, yourself, what you want your life to be. I'm going to be doing that and posting that as well for you guys to use. But until then, we're signing off with 2025 now. I hope this year, even with the trials and tribulations, I hope you've learned. I hope you have grown. I hope you have spent the past month with people that you care about, that you love and that love you. And I hope that you're heading into this 2026 with your head up, open eyes, clear eyes, full heart, and you're ready to go and give it your best. I know it can be hard, but I also know that we can overcome and triumph. So let's talk about it. Wishing you a beautiful last night of 2025. Enjoy, be safe, take care of yourselves and one another, and we'll see you in the new year with some new goals in cultivating some new ways of being. Wishing always peace and love and justice for all. Happy New Year's Eve.